This week is what I'm gonna call a mixed bag. It seriously has a little bit of everything. Bursts of fiery motivation that'll have you ready to tackle anything. Intense moments that can bring in deep emotional healing. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without just a touch of drama to keep things interesting. You can anticipate flashes of clarity where everything just clicks, followed by some maybe unintentional low blows that seem to trigger old wounds. And you'll feel pushed to take action and move forward, but you'll also subtly be reminded to slow down and face whatever it is that you've been sweeping under the rug. So it's one of those weeks. Hey Astro Babes, this is Ashley of More Than Your Sun Astrology, and welcome to As Above, So Below, your weekly horoscope for October 7th through October 13th. If you're ready to sync your life with the stars, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I'll show you how. So this week starts off pretty strong with the two lovers, Venus and Mars, forming a harmonious trine, which softens any tension that's come up in relationship dynamics and conversations. Venus and Mars coming together in a positive light really kicks up the heat in relationships. You'll actually have a desire to socialize and maybe want to go out and do something fun. Of course, it can be a really good time for getting cozy and igniting some passion within the relationship. So if things have been a bit dull, this is the time to bring sexy back. Go out, have some fun, do what you do, and just enjoy this super positive energy. Also, around the same time up above, Mercury is trining Jupiter. Mercury is conversations, Jupiter is happy-go-lucky, expansive. So this trine really delivers uplifting conversations, and you might even possibly get some good news around this time. You're gonna wanna hang on to all that feel-good energy because also around the same time, Mercury will oppose Chiron. Oppositions can signal something coming in from someone else. So early in the week, someone might say something that triggers a dreaded trip down memory lane for you. But with all the other kind of nice energy that's happening around this aspect, I don't see this being something that leads to a big blowout argument, but it can just trigger something within you that makes you feel uncomfortable or a little bit irritated, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. Like, why would you say that? Or maybe the other person doesn't even know that this topic is a trigger for you. And so maybe it's coming up because you haven't been dealing with it and it's time for you to address it. But either way, try not to let it throw you off course and really enjoy the beginning of the week. Later in the week on Friday, Pluto will station direct. This is a pretty big deal because it means that there's a bigger story in your life that's coming to an end. And you're moving away from this old way of living and an old way of thinking, and you're starting to step into a new cycle of your life. Now, you haven't completely moved forward yet, but you're finally beginning to see more clearly what bridges kind of need to be burned. The writing's on the wall, and you're starting to gain more clarity on how you can kind of start a new, fresh cycle that's completely different from anything you've done before. You're finally starting to see more than ever before that you are now ready to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of. In the collective, we can see this unfolding with the presidential race. On one side, we have everything that's represented by the past. An old white man, which government is traditionally run by old white men. We have old values. I'm not gonna get into them. You know, we have these conservatives who are trying to instill this value system onto the people that stem from very old and traditional mindsets. And they don't really seem to want change. They don't seem to like growth. They want to make America great again, so they want to redo what's already been done before. And on the other side, we have something completely different. We have a vision for change. We have a vision for progression. We have a tagline of, we're not going back. So you can see that as a collective in the United States, we're on the bridge between the past and the future. So in your own life, you can think about what bridge are you on where you're sort of teetering between the past and the future. And maybe you have one foot in, but one foot's still over here, and you haven't completely decided to burn that bridge and fully step into a new cycle. Pluto stationing direct just wants you to think about what that story is for you, because you're in the midst of wrapping it up, and that story's about to end. Moving on to the weekend, you're gonna wanna make sure to have your ducks in a row, because there's a lot going on. Remember when I said there might be a touch of drama this week? It's the weekend. Up above, Mercury will square Pluto, which can create heated conversations, tension, and power struggles. Also, Mercury will move out of Libra, where the goal is to create balance and harmony, peaceful conversations, and into Scorpio, which can be a bit more cynical. Mercury in Scorpio can be a little bit of obsessive thinking or thinking that you're right in how you think and how you feel, so you're not going to budge. Secrets can also come to light with Mercury and Scorpio because you dig until you finally find something. Also this weekend, Mars and the Sun will both be connecting with Chiron. So there's a real influence to confront lingering emotional wounds or things that you've been hiding, keeping to yourself. And you might not feel like you're ready to do all that, but what better time is there than the present? The week definitely concludes on a high vibe with the Sun making the trine to Jupiter. If tough things were brought up and conversations got a bit hasty over the past couple of days, on Sunday, there's a chance to reignite any flames that were dimmed or put out. Do remember that Jupiter does make things bigger, so even in a harmonious trine aspect to the Sun, which is your personality, your physical body, there can be this need to want to keep up the drama or not want to let something go. But Jupiter also brings growth. So think about how you can talk about something or face a situation that's uncomfortable and learn from it and kind of emerge stronger and more evolved from it. Just to rehash everything, early in the week, Mars and Venus coming together in a positive light will bring some inspiration to relationships, influence you to have some fun, go on a date night, let your hair down, and just be. Mercury's trine to Jupiter also furthers that uplifting, positive vibe, prompting you to think about even long-term success or long-term growth for the future. You might hit a road bump when Mercury opposes Chiron and somebody says something to you that rubs you the wrong way, but it's ultimately for you to start thinking about what you need to kind of look at internally for your growth. What things do you need to confront? What fears do you need to face? Pluto stationing direct on Friday wants you to think about the big picture story, what past cycles you need to move away from, and what new cycles are emerging. Remember that this weekend, conversations can become very intense and get heated. Think about how you can use whatever experience you're dealing with to transform and grow and evolve. Whatever's going on, things should start looking up by Sunday when the Sun trines Jupiter. Again, this is such a positive, happy aspect. Really lean into it and make the most of it. Well, that's it for this week. Let me know in the comments if you found this helpful and how you're seeing things show up for you. Don't leave without hitting that subscribe button right now so that you never miss out on what you need to know to stay in sync with the stars. Remember, you can always go to my website, mtysastrology.com, to book a personal reading, and while you're there, grab a free copy of my ebook, Everyday Guide to Parenting Children by Their Moon Signs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.